A gentle breeze blows through your wings as you find a beautiful, bright flower below you. You flap your wings gently as you land, and you can sense it is full of delicious nectar. Pollen sticks to your feet, but that always happens. Doesn't it, Cheppy?
Yes, it always happens. This pollen is all over me all the time. I love pollen. This is amazing.
It is amazing. It's such a wonderful day. Everything is blue skies, a gentle breeze, and everything is just so nice. Your world is perfect.
This is beautiful. I don't think I could imagine a better place.
It's so
Me, this little
warm,
butterfly.
and bright.
It's beautiful and bright. I don't remember being at this bright, but this pollen is amazing. I could live here forever.
It's so
I
comfortable.
It
And
is
warm.
comfortable.
Look at all your friends around you, flapping in the wind as well, enjoying their own flowers.
It's beautiful. We're so beautiful. She's gonna pick up her little feet and kind of rub her little tendril, her nose, kind of go down, get some more pollen on her face. I'm at home.
Yes, you are.
Pollen's
Cheppy.
home.
You're at home. This is where you belong.
Flower? Is the flower talking to me? No, flowers can't talk to me. That's not right.
Flower, Cheppy.
Oh. What is it? Is this the poisonous flower? Am I high?
You see that?
Is this a weird flower? No, I've eaten tons of these flowers before. This has to be the right flower.
Cheppy.
Over there. Nissa. There, Nissa.
I'm a butterfly.
Cheppy.
I'm Cheppy the butterfly.
Hey, do you have any paper? There yourselves.
Cheppy the butterfly?
Ray.
Cheppy.
Cheppy, listen to me.
Cheppy.
Cheppy.
Chappy and bring over here. Grab Chappy.
Cheppy, no.
It's
You
supposed
need
to...
to concentrate.
On what? Cheppy was in a flower. She's... okay?
No. We have to formulate a
You
plan.
remember, Cheppy? You and I
We have no
are
idea.
working together.
We're bringing warmth to the Dale. Cheppy's gonna bring warmth to the Dale with Frog.
That's correct, Cheppy.
Cheppy's bringing warmth, that's right. What?
Yes. Do you remember where you are, Cheppy?
Cheppy's in a flower. No.
That's not right.
No, Cheppy's...
Listen, Cheppy. Listen
Is she breathing?
to those around you.
What's the status?
Focus.
It's...
You and
it's
I
Dariel.
have a pact, Cheppy.
Can't stay back.
Yes, we do.
I need you. Mortis, please stay by her side.
Do you remember who I am, Cheppy?
Cheppy does...
Wanna be a lich now is the time.
Cheppy doesn't... What...
Cheppy, remember, for I am your queen!
Chappy.
Take away for this shoot, Chappy. Come on.
Mortis, I need you to stay by her. Make sure she's okay. Chappy.
Okay, yep, yeah, stay here. Stay there.
How is she? Oh, it's...
Cheppy... sits straight up, awake.
Please make a Constitution saving throw for me, Chappie.
Paparazzi. I need to move over there. I need to go over there now. I can't.
Maybe it's magical. I don't know.
How long am I waiting here?
how are you looking
She
on me?
hasn't moved, and I don't think I need to wait here
She's
much
breathing
longer.
still.
Just wait.
You all see Chappie move.
Whoa.
She starts to sit up, and then she falls back down hard.
She's moving again.
She's a bit wobbly,
Oh my
and
gosh, you might be awake.
False alarm.
it seems like she falls back unconscious.
Okay.
Chappie, listen to me.
She's not dead.
Well,
Do you remember who I am, Chappie?
you're the queen. Chippy doesn't remember. Chippy just remembers Frog. She woke up with Frog.
Chappie, Frog
I'm not gonna be.
is how you and I speak. Remember, Chappie. Remember.
Chippy's trying. She doesn't know what's going on.
You must bring my will to the Dale. The seasons must return, Chappie, for it is natural and good.
Everything again.
Chippy knows. She always wants to bring warmth. She wants to just bring warmth and happiness everywhere she goes.
I have to protect you all. I have to protect her.
She will bring your will and the warmth to everybody.
Then do it!
Chappie,
Make another Constitution saving throw for me, please, Chappie.
check on her. She's still breathing. Said she woke up. I don't.
Unconscious state.
You are
Chappie,
What can you do?
you remain unconscious as we turn to the rest of the group who is currently around the Mythyllar as they see a very scary sight of the demilich heading their way.
She's still breathing. We have to prepare. Please.
Yes.
Okay, she's still breathing. Well, Nissa, you need to take front hold. I'm gonna have to back you up. Everyone around me.
Okay.
Velen, I don't know what you're gonna do with this, but you better figure it out right now.
Okay, I'll get over to you. I'm sorry. Oh God.
It's coming, and it's coming fast. It's not slowing down.
I will.
Can someone tell me what exactly is a lich anyway?
It's bad news. It doesn't look afraid of us, and it's coming really fast.
That I can
felt
see.
something. I sensed something, and I couldn't believe it. I was feeling uneasy the whole time. I thought I was just worried. We're prepared for this. Avarice!
You see Avarice marshaling her gargoyles, ordering the knights around the Mythyllar to prepare themselves. As you
Well,
are
we have
all
to-
in position, you see this sight. Approaching quickly.
Okay. Is that a normal size skull or a bigger size skull?
No, it's normal size.
All right.
For some reason, that does not make you feel better.
No, it doesn't. Am I right?
The hell is that?
It's a lich thing. They are.
It is a demi-lich.
All of you need to
Like
get
those other skulls
behind
we saw,
me.
the ones, the fire skulls. Is this like the same thing? Is that?
All right, let's
Look,
get
calm down.
into position, please, and thank you. Avarice, guide your troops to where you want them. I trust you to handle this.
Everyone, get in position!
You need to get behind me now, everyone. Me and Nissa can take front.
Everyone,
Yes.
What the hell is it?
you are where you are. As
Okay,
the
we are where we
demi-lich enters the field.
Oh, geez, it's over there.
And-
Good God.
First things first, the knights, one of them up here, gets to act first in this combat as we begin.
Ray, wonderful.
This knight will raise up their hands and fire off a sacred flame towards this creature. About this creature swirls various symbols that all of you now begin to associate with the various towers that you have seen around Yithrin.
Now you're fucking kidding me.
Symbols that may have something to do with the different schools of magic. And a sacred flame is thrown this creature's way to start things off.
Great.
I will be rolling in secret, by the way, but I hope by now you trust me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Actually, you know what? I think to trust me, I just need to change my appearance a little bit.
You.
Great.
Perfect.
All right, I trust you.
Fabulous.
Okay.
Perfect.
Or perhaps this is better?
Yes. That
Oh
one.
God, that's creepy as hell.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's sweet.
That's terrifying and
Yep.
glorious at the same
Yep.
time.
Yeah, I'm good
Yep.
with that.
Very well. So, this is a dexterity DC, dexterity saving throw, yes?
Yes.
Oh, that was a shield of faith. That was meant to be a sacred flame. My bad. There we go. Okay. 20 from the demilich is a save. Dodging out of the way of the sacred flame, the demilich manages to avoid it. Down below, where the other knight of this variety goes, will also hurl a sacred flame. And you'll have to excuse me, audience. There are quite a few units on the field here. I've had to zoom things out a bit. I hope you don't mind. If it's too disconcerting, I will try and zoom it in a little bit more. Please let me know how you feel, because this is a very big fight.
Yep.
There are 20 of Avarice's knights. Avarice herself, 2 gargoyles, Leoric, our group, and the demilich. So, quite a few. As I need another saving throw. That time it was a 24. Another dodge from this demilich. And Mortis, it is your turn.
Okay, so I think to start this puppy off, I'm gonna take out the wand, and I'm gonna point it in the general direction of the lich, and I'm gonna hope it does something.
All right, your wand of wonder that you
Yep.
crafted from the nether oak. Mortis, I think you
I
have
rolled
to make a
100,
roll
right?
here.
Yes. I'll cast a spell from the wand. Wand is 7 charges. And then I roll a d100. Wonderful. 91.
91.
A burst of colorful, shimmering light extends from me in a 30-foot radius. Me and every creature in the area must succeed a DC 15 saving throw or become blinded for a minute.
Oh, God. A 30-foot radius?
Yep.
Oh, this is so bad. Oh,
Yep.
no.
Okay. I'm sorry.
Fine.
Do I have disadvantage because I'm unconscious?
You're out of range.
But I'm not.
So Ray, Leoric,
It's fine.
Avarice, the gargoyles.
Is this a one-time shot or is this a concentration?
It's a one-time thing.
Yeah,
Okay,
this is
thank
just a
goodness.
one-time
I've got
thing.
6 more of those, though.
Okay, so what was the roll?
This is a con save.
Con save.
Yeah.
Oh, shit. I got to do that for the Susu as
Do I have to do it?
Oh wait, the lich didn't even get.
Nope, not even near the lich.
Nope. Not in range.
That's
Look how
hilarious.
close it is. Ah.
Starting things
That's
off with a bang,
hilarious.
Morris. This feels very
Yes.
appropriate.
As always.
I can't see.
22
Oh, shit.
you got.
All right.
Yeah, you got
so
a
the
natty
yeah,
plunge.
we're fine.
Avarice rolled What did the save need to be? Avarice rolled an 11. I just had her.
That's a great question. 15. DC 15.
Okay.
Oh, no.
Avarice, her 2 gargoyles are both blinded.
For a minute.
Yep.
God, for 10 rounds?
Yup.
This was a great start, Mortis.
Yep. Uh-huh.
Oh, man. You need to roll for Leoric as well.
I did.
And I have to roll for the cultist.
No, I didn't. What am I making? I'm making a con save?
Yep.
Aha!
Okay.
Oh, crap.
Alrighty. A bright flash goes off as several people caught in this blast of light are left blinded. And let's see, I need one more cultist. Okay, and this cultist succeeds. Those that have rolled higher managed to close your eyes before any serious damage was done. However, several did get hit by this blind condition.
Probably the worst thing I could have rolled just then.
It was pretty bad. I'm not gonna lie. You
There's
just
some,
blinded a very powerful spellcaster.
Uh-huh. Yeah. Yeah.
And Ray, you got a natural 20? Nicely done.
Well,
okay.
the spear did. I got a 19. We're fine. Everything's fine. We're
Uh-huh.
cool.
Okay. Good start, Mortis. Is that it for your
Thank you.
turn?
That's my turn.
You hear several people just sort of exclaiming
I'm gonna go over here and hide, I think, actually. Hurry! And then I'm gonna hide.
Mortis fumbles about with the wand and rushes off to the side. Stealth check, Mortis.
Shit. 21.
Okay, you managed to hide behind this rock. Okay, Nissa.
Good lord. I don't even know what to do.
This demilich is sort of moving around. It has no lower jaw, and you could see its skull just kind of surveying everyone nearby, the Mythyllar.
Okay. I'm gonna throw something at the nearest. I don't want to leave Teriel for the things. How far does your stuff extend, Teriel?
Depends. It's 10 meters for every, or 10 feet, excuse me, for all my bonuses. Auras, yeah.
Okay, so then I'm gonna move just over here and attack this cultist that's north of me.
No.
Oh, no. They're on our side.
Oh, never mind.
Yeah,
only
these are
demilich, yeah.
the knights basically that are with avarice that you have
Okay, I'm done.
allied yourselves with.
Okay. Okay, in that case, I'm gonna rage. Rawr! And I'm going to throw something. I'm gonna throw a javelin at the demilich.
Do you have any
See what
left?
happens? I think I have like 2. I think because I picked them up last time, didn't I?
I cannot answer that for you. I'm not
I
sure.
always try to pick them up, so I'm assuming
Okay.
I just have 2.
All right.
Okay.
A 23. Okay. The javelin sails forth and just ricochets like off of the cheekbone of this demilich. You can see it doesn't quite cause any cracks. Maybe a small scratch on the demilich.
Oh, jeez. Okay, I'm gonna do it again. Rawr! All I got.
Jesus.
Okay, your second javelin is thrown, and another hit, Nissa. As your javelins sort of land nearby, scraping against the skull of this demilich, again leaving small scratches.
I can barely damage it. What is this? Rawr! And I activate my aura so that everyone gets their 4 temporary hit points. And that is the end of my turn for now.
All right. The aura cascades around Nissa, and Teriel, Velen, and Moonbrook gain 4 temporary HP along with Nissa. Okay. Avarice's turn. She's got her eyes sort of covered as she's trying to rub them to get some semblance of vision. And she yells out, "You fool! I can't see! I can't see! I must see for most of my spells!"
No, I can help. I can help.
My first time with a wand.
Quickly! Give me some help! And she will hold her turn. Actually, I take that back. It's not quite Avarice's turn yet.
Perfect. Also, on her turn, she can try to... creature can repeat the saving throw at the end of each of its turns.
Oh, that's good.
It's not quite her
Wow,
turn
that's good to
just
know.
yet.
Yeah.
Okay. The demilich will move. Even though it's not its turn, it uses a legendary action.
It's great. Good for him.
Oh, God.
Let me just check here. Oh, moves there. And now it's Avarice's turn, and Avarice, I believe, can still cast. She cannot cast that spell. Never mind. So she is going to wait until someone is able to help her. And then when she is helped, she will then throw out a spell.
She can try to save.
At the end of her turn, though, right?
Okay, so you're going to wait until
Yeah.
that triggers and then
Yeah.
do it? Okay, got it.
Yeah. She is going to hold a spell. I'm not going to say which one just yet. Okay. Cheppy, I need a Constitution saving throw from you. Oh, well. Ooh. Cheppy, you come back to your senses. You are prone, leaning against this support pillar, and you see the Mythyllar blurrily as your vision starts to come back to you. Your senses start to come back to you. And in your returning to consciousness, you hear, "Do not fail me, Cheppy, for I am your queen."
Oh, Cheppy.
Chippy uses half her movement to stand up on her hooves.
Shakily.
Tatiana. And Cheppy looks up and she sees everything that's going on. What is happening? Who are all these people? And she's gonna hold an action to attack the first bad guy that someone points to.
Okay.
Eldritch Blast.
Fair enough.
That's good.
Cheppy's just kind of a bit wobbly, sees there's some kind of fight going on, and is looking for some kind of an advice. All right, the knights will begin to go. Top to bottom, left to right is how I'm going to do this. There's 20 of them, so please bear with me. Here we go. Woo-hoo. Rushing forward, they rush towards this creature. The first one goes.
Oh, no.
The second one goes. We'll get to there. The third one goes. We'll get to there. The fourth one is technically up there. We'll go to there. This one gets to there. This one gets to there. This one... Oops. This one gets to here. This one gets here.
Mm-hmm.
This one will get here. This one rushes there. Surrounding the demilich, several of these cultists rush forward.
I feel bad for all of them, and I don't even know why.
It feels like that, like, you know that scene where everything's piling on the one dude?
Yes. And
And then the dude goes,
yeah, that's what's about to happen.
Can liches make zombies?
I hope so.
Depends.
Why would you hope so?
Oh, for Ellen's sake. Ellen would be excited. Oh, well done.
Yeah, you tell us, Velen.
Okay. Moving into range of this lich, several of them raise daggers to attack, and others raise up some scimitars ready to attack this creature. As they ready their attacks, the lich uses a legendary action. And this, you see the symbols around that are swirling around the lich begin to shift. Ray, you recognize the symbol for evocation. Come up. And it's at that point that this horrific howl comes forth. Oh, actually, I'm sorry. I forgot to roll for Moonbrook. Hold on. Before I do this. I'm sorry, I have so many windows.
No, you're fine.
Smite the unhallowed hellspawn!
Okay. So I'm just going to have Moonbrook go after these guys this round, and then she'll return to normal order. Okay. The demilich lets loose a horrific howl.
Perfect.
And I need to check on this range real quick, because this might be extra bad. Oh, no. Oh, my God. Okay. I need Constitution saving throws from Velen, Teriel, Nissa, and Moonbrook.
And that's plus 4, right? From Terrio?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, God.
Okay, and please don't open your mouth like that. It's
16.
terrifying.
It's plus 10, right? Is it plus 10?
No.
No. Plus 4.
Plus 4.
Plus 4. Okay. Jeez.
Nissa, you fail.
Yeah.
I have to roll for Moonbrook.
Little weird sound coming through.
Yeah, I think,
I don't know if
things
it's
are
the
buffering.
face rig.
Weird
I don't know if
sound coming through.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like
Yeah.
the internet is probably
It's
slipping a little bit.
It's clean feed lag and a little buffering. So I just don't know if it's a lot is happening on your side.
Yeah, it's probably internet. It's
gotta
cleared up
be-
now.
It's got to be
It's in and
internet.
out.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
Yeah.
it's good
Okay.
for now.
So, this howl is let loose. Nissa. Actually, let me just roll for Moonbrook first. This is important. That was a con save that I asked for?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Oh, shit.
Oh no.
Nissa, you fall to 0 hit points. Moonbrook falls to 0 hit points.
So are they down, or are they just at 0 hit points?
0 hit points. They are unconscious, then prone. Ariel, you got a 16?
Yeah.
That is just barely a pass. Even so, on a success, Velen and Teriel, you are frightened of the demilich.
Wait a minute.
Checks paladin bullshit.
Aura of Courage prevents frighten.
That's a very good thing.
Oh shit.
Very good thing. Now I have to roll for the cultists. The knights here. Okay. And let's see. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 13 of them.
What a great show this has been. What a great run.
It's been an honor. Thanks for bringing me on, guys.
Exactly, yeah.
Oh no, oh no, oh no.
It's so fun.
Oh dear. Oh.
Okay. I think that was 13. Okay. Fail. Down. Fail. Down. Fail. Down. Fail. Down.
Love it.
Fail. No. Success. 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 No, that one's a fail. Down. Down.
Holy crap.
Down. Still up with a 20. 18, 8, 2, 20. Down. Down. And down. Okay. Teriel, it's your turn. You hear this horrific howl.
I think when that happens instinctually, this golden aura shoot out from Teriel, and it'll hit Velen and engulf her and himself, and it'll try to reach out to Nissa and Moonbrook, but fade. It'll like burn away. He'll look really worried. He's like, "Oh no! Follow my lead!" He'll say, and he will look at Nissa and says, "You're gonna have to be primary on this. I have to support everyone. This is not good." And let's see, he is going to Misty Step here. And this is gonna suck.
Nissa is down, Teriel.
Yeah, he doesn't. He's so freaked out he doesn't even notice it. Yeah, he's just. Everything is just.
Mm-hmm.
He thinks Cheppy is dead. He doesn't know what the hell's going on. So now he's just like in fright mode. So Misty Steps there. Let me see something real quick. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3. Third, 25. He moves here. And he looks at Avarice and says, "Give us time." And he's just like, "Light!" He starts screaming, and he'll cast Crusader's Mantle. And this gives everybody within a 30-foot radius radiant damage.
Okay.
Yep. So everyone in that aura gives 1d4 extra damage on top of their attacks. And if you don't mind putting a circle so people can see.
Yeah, I will set that up. I'm gonna add just a aura, but this does not in an aura, so it's concentration. Okay, yeah. All right. There you go.
Yeah, you just try to hit as many people as you can. And yeah, he just screamed out, follow his lead. So hopefully people listen.
So everybody that is in the aura will get that while they are in the aura. If you leave, you do not have that.
Also, 10 feet away from me gets bonuses, so you guys better move accordingly.
Okay.
And like when he holds his shield up, a big light will shoot out of it and it'll envelop everyone around him. And he's just like, I don't have much more in me. Figure it out. And that's it. End of his turn.
Okay. The Demilich's turn. Still hovering about. Beyond this howl, it moves rather silently. And you can see the eyes begin to glow in the Demilich's skull. And as it does so, there's this green ethereal fire that begins to burn brightly. And the light from the eyes connects to the 3 cultists around the Demilich. And I'm gonna need con saves from those 3. Fail. 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 As the Demilich begins to drain their life.
Perfect.
Those 3 fall dead. You can see the slight scratches that Nissa made begin to seal up on the Demilich's skull. All 3 of the cultists left that were surrounding the Demilich fall. Velen, it is your turn.
All right, before anything, giving someone a potion is an action or a bonus action in your eyes? Because I know it differs. It's going to be an action. Okay.
Taking a drink yourself is a bonus.
Right. Okay. Well, in that case, well, the best thing I can try to do then is try to cast blindness, deafness, and I'm gonna go for a blind on the Demilich. That's gonna be at what level? It's gonna have to be at 3rd minimum because I don't have any 2nd level slots. So the save DC is 14 for Constitution saving throw.
Let me just check on something. Okay. It fails, but as you begin to see this blindness spell take effect around the Demilich, suddenly the magic is dissipated before you.
All right.
And its failure has turned to success.
Does it appear that that would be some of its super evil guy bullshit, or is that Would I be able to tell whether that's an actual immunity?
Make an Arcana check.
Okay.
Super evil guy bullshit. Oh shit!
Natural 20. This is definitely some of its super evil guy bullshit.
It's super evil guy bullshit! And I'll start making my way towards... I'll do my 20 feet of movement towards
No idea what
Teriel.
that means. Harold's just gonna be like, almost drop his aura from that one. What the fuck? It was like a light that goes in and out.
Leoric.
It's over
For
like
a second. Leoric's turn. All right. I will. Hello, Chippy. That big scary, big thing, big scary skull. Demilich. Hello, great to see you. And then I run over to Avarice, and then I go, What do you need? How can I help you? How could I help you?
Get rid of this blindness, you fool! I thought you were some sort of cleric!
Yes, I will do it. I will raise my hands and I will try and do it. Azus, help me cure blindness. And then I will put my hand on her head, and as I do, I want to figure out what spell she wants to cast.
Okay. Make
I'm reading her thoughts.
make a wisdom check. Mm-hmm.
Will wisdom check.
Oh, natural 20. You've heard of the spell that she's looking to cast before. Maybe you've read it in a book or something, Leoric. But it is a powerful one. She is summoning forth Bigby's hand.
Have I heard of this spell? I've probably heard of it. Do I know what school it is?
Yes, it is Conjuration.
I will do what I can to try and help her cast a spell by going through the motions and also being inside her mind as it happens.
Excellent. As you put your hand on her head, she says, "What are you doing? What? I cannot...
I know. It's all
What
right.
is happening?
Why? It's up to a look now.
Why?
Let me see.
Why do I see myself? There! I can cast the spell there!
All right. Do it.
As Leoric places his hand on Avarice's head, a giant purple hand begins to ethereally form in the area near the Lich. It's been a long time since I've used this token. Where did I put it?
So it's
Yes?
it's funny because the name of that Bigby's hand, right? From my point of view, because I only know so much about D&D, and it sounds like such a, just from the sound, it's like that doesn't sound like anything in my head, you know.
Right.
But you saying a very powerful spell. I know I'm wrong.
Should we call it large bee's hand? Does that help?
Oh, thanks. Yeah,
Yeah, perfect. Huge bee.
huge bee,
Thick bee.
Thick bee.
thick bee.
But it comes out of it apparates into reality as a pointer finger.
There's a proper token.
What the fuck?
Oh shit! All right.
Oh, that is a hand. Oh, that's sweet.
Yes. So, a large hand of shimmering translucent force begins to be summoned in the space near the demilich, and you can see that it sort of looks like Avarice's hand. And just need to see, does it get to do anything right away? When you cast the spell, and as a bonus action, you can move the hand up to 60 feet and then cause one of the following effects within it. Okay, so we're going to have...
I feel like at this point my hand is on her head. Maybe her forehead and my hand is also... My other hand is also mimicking her hand as we both direct this.
Mm-hmm. We are going to have Bigby's hand, I think... I think we're going to have it attack with a clenched fist. And the hand will make a melee spell attack to see if it hits this creature.
I imagine like a wet bar of soap. It's going to go and just fly into the air.
Let's see. Avarice gets a +6. I'm just going to use a die to help speed things up if nobody minds.
No, you're
I
fine.
do not mind.
That is a 12. Unfortunately, the hand sort of tightens up into a clenched fist and strikes outwards towards the demilich. It moves with the most minimal amount of effort to just barely get out of the way of the hand. And that's it for her turn and Leoric's turn now.
Also, it's now Cheppy's turn. Because I pointed to it and
Yes.
And she
gave her, I triggered hers.
Excellent. Chappy.
Chappy's gonna, as soon as she kind of like comes to this realization that Leoric is standing there helping someone,
Hello.
she
Sorry.
then fires in the Eldritch Blast at the floating skull.
Okay. Give it a shot, Chappy. Let's see what you got.
Just waking up.
A
First one's a
24 is a hit.
Mega Man.
Amazing. Seeing the first one connect, she's just gonna hurl another one in. Oh!
And I'm right here. Awesome.
Perfect.
That is a natural one. Okay.
Good thing the
Sorry,
roll was a
I just
natural
need
one
to check
too.
on this.
I'll take it to the back of the head. It's fine.
Chappy, your first Eldritch Blast connects with this demilich, and you can see it hits it full force, and it sort of spins the skull a little bit as it returns back to look at you, fire in its eyes. And as you see the fire in its eyes, you just... Oh no, that might have been a mistake. And you just let loose the Eldritch Blast like way too soon before you actually get it to position itself correctly. And as you blast, roll me a d20. Okay, a 7 will...
Yikes.
Force you prone. You sort of spin, basically knocking yourself into the support pillar of the spire, and you just fall right on your butt.
Amazing.
That's where it came
Go
from.
slow. Go slow. It's okay.
What's going on?
I don't...
Ray.
I need to do more in one round than I possibly ever could, but okay. So, I'm gonna run here, and I'm gonna touch Avarice and cry as I cast one of the few spells I have lesser restoration on her, so her blindness is gone.
You see Avarice start to like rub at her eyes. She's saying, "What is going on? This is so strange. I can see.
Yeah,
Thank
you're
you."
welcome.
And
Yep.
she's like looking at Leoric.
Huh?
Finally.
Eh?
Oh,
Huh?
awesome.
Azut is with us.
Ray doesn't really care too much, and he goes, he
Never did.
sees... Okay, he is going to tell his Susu, because that is essentially his turn, to, as a bonus action, he's going to tell him to sprint up to Moonbrook and Nissa. And let's see, he's got a movement of 30, I believe. So he can go 60. Just make sure. Okay, so he's gonna. There we go. Use all of his to get there. So will he get there? He will. Okay, and he's right there in front of him. And that is my turn.
Alrighty. Immediately after you go, the Lich gets to go with one of its legendary actions.
Gross.
Gross.
Oh my god. Oh no. Okay, Velen,
No.
the Susu, and Bigby's hand need to make a con save, please. Or actually, no, I'm sorry. Yes, con save. Okay, and I have to roll for Bigby's, I think. How do I do this? Actually, no, I don't think Bigby's is affected.
I don't know if it's a creature.
Okay. I don't think Bigby's is affected in this case. Velen and the Susu, however. Oh, fuck. You feel the life sucked out of you as 15 hit points are drained away from you, and this is also from your maximum.
Oh,
15 max?
Yes.
Hi, Karub.
Okay, well.
Great.
And I'm sorry, the Susu just got to move there, right? Like, it didn't have anything else? Okay.
Yeah, no, just moving there.
The gargoyles are blind, but they will try their best to do what they were told, which was to protect Avarice. And I'm basically going to do a roll to see if they can find the demilich. Okay, they have a vague sense. At least this one does. This one's going to use its whole turn to get up here. I think that is it. No, it can fly. Oh, right. So this gargoyle can fly, and it has 60 feet of fly speed. It gets to there and will try to attack. This will be with disadvantage. With its bite and claws. First attack with the bite is a 7. That's a miss. Then with the claws is a 15. Also a miss. The next gargoyle has no idea where to go, and I'm going to roll to see where it decides to go.
Roll 2.
It is going to go to the east, as far as it can.
Shit.
Has no idea. All right. This member of the Knights way up here sees what's going on, is freaking out a little bit, and range. 60 feet. It sees the gargoyle. It sees Velen. It sees you, Velen, and will cast Shield of Faith upon you. And that will basically give you a +2 to your AC while it is active. One that is down here will cast Shield of Faith on Avarice. And let's see, we'll give you a little... some kind of Shield of Faith logo. Let's give you the TIE Fighter logo. How's that? Let's do that shit. Perfect. Fucking Imperial logo. There you go. All right, Mortis, it's your turn.
Okay, this is gonna be something, Whack. I'm gonna tell you a story, and hopefully maybe you will help me out here. So, it's not as much of a story as it is. I'm just gonna tell you about my turn. I'm gonna move up to here, and then I'm gonna take and fish around inside my quiver where my boats are, and I pull out an arrow that looks like a bottle rocket. So it's a bottle rocket, pretty much, that has an arrowhead on it, and also feathers, like a fletching like an arrow. I load it into my crossbow, and I light it, and then I fire it. Okay, now what I want to do here, and this is where it gets weird, I want to cast Catapult.
Mm-hmm.
On the Mythyllar. But I want to use the projectile that is 2.5 pounds, because I googled it, a human skull, which happens to be the Lich Head. Could I catapult the Lich Head into the Mythyllar?
Oh my god.
I have to read the particulars for Catapult, but I don't think so.
Yes, you may. I will put it here, and at least it's something that I tried. At least I tried. But here you go. Choose an object 1 to 5 pounds within range that isn't being worn or carried. The object flies in a straight line up to 90 feet in the direction you choose before falling to the ground. If stopping early, if it impacts a solid surface, if the object would take a strike or creature, the creature must make a dexterity saving throw, and if failed to save, the object strikes the target, stops moving. When the object strikes something, the object and what strikes takes 3d8 bludgeoning. So I'd like to...
I love this so much.
Fire it, and then...
I love this so much that I need you to make a roll. I would say normally you cannot do this, but this is such a wonderful idea that I have to yes and this. Please, I need you to roll a Constitution saving throw. This is a concentration check. You gotta roll fucking high.
Motherfucker. Well, 11. Okay.
Unfortunately, as you try to gather forth the... It's too late. You've already rolled.
Okay.
That's a shame.
That would have been
You also, if I'm not mistaken, you gave your inspiration to somebody else already last session.
No, that was
Aaron. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I've been banking on this.
Yeah. Sorry. If you had done it beforehand, absolutely.
That's right.
But you contest your will with the demilich.
Uh-huh.
And you feel such tremendous power opposing you that when you do this, a chill begins to move down your spine. And for just a moment, Mortis, you hear in your mind, intriguing.
Eh?
But foolish.
Okay, and then I guess I don't. Do I still have my turn?
That was a fail. You've tried to use your catapult, and you have to use that spell slot, unfortunately.
Fair. Good thing I got another spell slot. That's okay. All right. That's my turn.
I was totally... If you succeeded on this con save, it was totally going to happen, and I don't... I had to come up with a new plan.
That would have been real cool. All right.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna hide. And I forgot how to play the game. Hide.
Stealth roll.
Thank you. Is that
Okay.
10? Damn it.
Yeah. Try and rush off and stumble on some rocks as you move away. Nissa, I need a death saving throw.
Okay. Where is that?
Right near your hit die on your character sheet. You see where the death saves are? Successes
yes,
and failures?
yes.
Just hover
Okay.
over the text for death saves.
Got it. Thank you.
That's one success.
Okay.
Avarice sort of sees this shield of faith spring up around her, and she looks around and sees the cultists like holding out their hand, and she says,
All right, demilich, are you the ruler of this place? Let's see what you can do.
and she will throw forth She holds up her staff, and she will move forward to here. And as she holds forth the staff, you can see the head of the staff looks like a big icicle on top. And she begins to channel her power into the staff. You can see the light start to illuminate from the inside of this ice crystal that stands above the top of her staff. And bursting forth from the air, you see it coalesce. This wall of ice begins to form, and she calls forth this wall from her staff. Let me just get the details on this one. She will form this wall into a sphere around let's see. Actually, no, it would be better if she does semicircle. She's gonna do a semicircle of ice, and this is up to like a hemispherical. That's the word that I'm looking for. And it's gonna be shaped like this up here.
Cool.
Actually, she'll just turn it just a little bit more like that.
Okay, to keep me from doing that again. I see what you did. All right.
Okay. Actually, she's gonna make it go right through the lich because it does some extra shit when she does. So it's gonna go like that. There we go. And the lich is gonna have to make a dex save. Oh my god. 22. The lich nimbly gets out of the way and manages to dodge this cold attack, but it will still take half this damage, which is still pretty damn good. You guys really did not want to fuck with Avarice. 25 in half. So I rolled a bunch of ones there. Okay. Let me just see here.
Yes, you did.
The ice blasts out, and you can see the colds sort of lance outwards. Various spikes shoot out from this wall as Iriolarthus, the demilich, manages to just barely dodge and still get hit by some of the spikes. You can see several scratches scratching the skull. Okay. That is it for Avarice's turn. Actually, no. Bonus action. She's going to take the Bigby's hand and try and fucking hit this thing with a clenched fist again. And this is +6. I'm just going to roll a d20. That is a hit. That is a 23. And she will connect with the Bigby's hand. And this is going to do... 4d8. 19 force damage. You see some cracks form in the Demilich's skull as Bigby's hand connects. Okay. That is now Avarice's turn. Cheppy.
All right, Cheppy seeing this thing getting squashed in between like the dome and the hand. So if I'm understanding, is like it facing towards the group so it can't attack? Am I able to like attack in at the Lich right now? Oh yeah,
absolutely. Yeah, Avarice basically created this wall of ice to block off those people that were hurt earlier.
Yeah, okay, sweet.
The Demilich, however, did make it save, so it's kind of floating just above the wall.
Okay, Cheppy's gonna start backpedaling behind this wall and using the last of her magics. Her eyes are going to cover over black, and she's gonna snap her fingers as she casts Hex on the Demilich.
Okay, is it a wisdom save?
Level? Let's see. You place a curse on a creature that you see within range. Until the spell ends, you deal an extra 1d6 necrotic damage to the target whenever you hit it with an attack. Also, choose one ability, which I want to choose Dex.
Never learn.
So this there's no
there's no save. He just gets cursed.
Yeah.
I just mess his face up.
Perfect.
And that's just my bonus action.
That is that is a very good choice. Very, very good choice. Okay.
Cheppy's picking Dex, so that's as the bonus action. She's going to use the rest of her movement to get back here, and she's going to hurl an Eldritch Blast in at the Demilich.
Okay, let's use this Broken Skull one. I think that one's appropriate.
Let's see. Eldritch Blast.
That is a hit.
So I also get +4 from Teriel, and is that correct? Is that to the damage or just to my...
That is radiant damage, yes.
But you have to be... I can't tell if she's in it or not.
I think it's 40 feet, right? I should still be in it.
You are not in it.
30 feet is the bubble that you see.
Oh, never mind. No radiant damage, but 7 force damage.
I'm sorry, I just realized it was only visible to me. I'm sorry. There you go.
Oh. Also, I'm going to be fair and say that it has to be an attack with a weapon.
Oh, okay. Good to know. That's very good to know.
Yeah.
Oh, that would have worked for Avarice. No, it wouldn't. That was a spell. Never mind.
Yeah, so kind of sucks that I wasted that spell slot because that's one powerful ass spell, but whatever.
It's still good.
I mean, you're still thinking like you would, so it's good.
He didn't know what the cultists were. He didn't know what the cultists were gonna do. So, all right.
So,
bonus damage from Hex?
Yes. Do you want me to roll it again? It rolled 5 above, but I can hit it again if you want.
Oh, no. You're good. Okay.
Okay. And now I'm gonna throw in another Eldritch Blast. 18 to hit?
Okay. 18 is a miss.
That hurts. As Cheppy sees this Eldritch Blast miss, someone Someone get that thing out of the sky! And that's her turn.
Moonbrook needs to make a death save. I think we should have Tess roll this.
Oh, jeez.
Oh God, really?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Do I just roll as if it was mine?
Yeah, just hit your death saves. Yep.
Oh
It's basically just a d20.
God. No.
It's one fail.
Damn it.
The knights. This one back here will try to rush forward to there. This one. It's gonna have to. I think it's gonna try and hang back. It's actually gonna just protect Avarice. This one is going to go here. This one will get to there. This one will... don't have ranged attacks, unfortunately. They will get there. And this one will rush up to there. Okay. Dariel.
I think at this point, I think at this point, Tara's gonna look back at Cheppy and just kind of give her a look like he's got to go all in, and look at Ray and look at Leorg, and it's like he's just like, just take care of her, and he's gonna run in to here. He's gonna ask Avarice behind him. He's like, do you think you can take this thing down?
Take it down. All of us together must work together to fight this creature, and then maybe we can take it down. We are at our strongest, and 2 of your people are down, and several of mine have died. We must not give up.
All right, then. I apologize beforehand. And what he's going to do is, first he's going to... You said bonus actions for potions or like items that we use on ourselves?
On yourself, yes.
Okay, he's going to eat his last pair.
Hey.
Oops. Take that off. And then he's going to look at her, smirk.
I need a d20, by the way. For that.
Okay. 15.
15. Okay.
Is this the lightning again?
That
No, I
might
think
be
it was
correct.
19. 15 actually might have been very
You see
fire.
your fingers light up with little sparks of lightning,
Oh,
Teriel.
jeez Louises. Okay.
Sick.
That's all we roll.
So, as that happens, he feels this electric charge. He's gonna be like, one last card, and he'll take out his chalice and he'll slap it on the back of Avarice and throw holy water on her back. And on top of that, he's going to suck in his aura. Sorry, guys. And cast protection from good and evil on Avarice, and he's putting all his faith in her. This is a really, really good thing for her because it's concentration up to 10 minutes. Gives them protection again with several benefits. Creatures of those types, like undead or pretty much just lich, has disadvantage on attack rolls against the target. Target also can't be charmed, frightened, or possessed by them. If the target is already charmed, frightened, or possessed, such creature and target has advantage on any new saving throws against the relevant effect. So yeah, and then he's just gonna place his hand on her back, and he's just be like, "Please do what you can." And while he's doing that, he's just going to try to manifest electricity, and that'll be the end of his turn.
Okay. The demilich.
I need to make a roll real quick. You do not want me to roll a 5 or a 6. So,
All right,
whatever,
don't do that.
Whatever.
It's not allowed. I've already decided.
Yeah, whatever.
Whatever.
Whatever
3.
you, whatever God you pray to.
It's going to be 3.
It was a 2.
All right.
I almost said 2. Fuck.
You can turn the aura off as well.
Yes, your Crusader Mantle is over now.
Yep.
Okay. Okay. The demilich will move to here. It is flying up and over Bigby's hand, and the gargoyle and it will look at the gargoyle, and actually, you know what? It's going to go ahead and it's going to keep moving. It's going to go here, and we'll take an attack of opportunity from the gargoyle, which is, I think, oh no, disadvantage because it was blind. That is a miss. It will get there, and the gargoyle and the 2 knights in front of Avarice need to make Constitution saving throws.
You get +4 from my auras as well.
For the knights, not for the gargoyle, though.
Oh, yeah. Superman.
Okay. That is... Sorry, I've got so many windows. A fail. And... you add 4. And... oof. Both fail. The 2 cultists in front of Avarice fall to the ground.
Question, how high up is this thing?
Probably 10 feet.
Great.
And then you can see the scratches on the lich begin to seal up as it does more damage to the max HP and current HP of these creatures. That is, oh my god. Oh. Okay, and that's... wow. All right. Oh my god. Please. So many of the scratches on the lich begin to seal up. Man. Okay. Velen, it is your turn.
Okay, just to paint the picture a little better, is this thing still floating in the air?
Yep. 10 feet up off the ground.
Okay.
There is an ice wall between you and it. It is sort of just barely visible. Part of the top of its skull above the ice wall.
Okay, well, I wanted to do something else, but I'm not going to be able to get to it. So what I'm going to go ahead and do is I'm going to go ahead and attempt to cast Chill Touch at it. So we'll see if that hits.
I don't know if you can cast that through the wall. Let me check.
You said he was above, right?
Yeah, so it's gonna get partial cover.
Okay.
In that case, that is gonna be a miss, unfortunately, with the 21.
Oh, with the 21? Oof,
Yep.
okay.
It has partial cover.
All right, then I'm gonna still go ahead and continue to try to rotate over to Teriel and to a better vantage point, and that's my turn.
You see your ethereal sort of hand reach out towards this demilich, and you think you sort of get it with your hand for a moment, but it seems to just barely miss as you interact with part of the top of the wall. Okay.
Bloody hell.
All right, and you move down towards Teriel. Leoric.
Okay, it's my turn. Okay. Not really much I could do. It's between me and I will move over here.
All right.
Actually, I will dash up to here.
Okay. Rushing around several of the combatants in the fight, Leoric madly dashes, rushing on over towards the fallen body of Moonbrook. Ray.
And yep, and that'll be my turn.
Okay. Order of operations. All right. Ray is going to run to here. Wait, I can't do that yet. I'm sorry. First, I'm gonna have the Susu move all three of them 15 feet down. So that will be to here. Okay.
Okay, so Leoric,
Moonbrook, and and Nissa, they'll be right
there.
They're next to him. Okay.
Sweet.
Ray's gonna go here.
Ah.
I think. Let me just make sure I've got this distance because shit's about to get weird. Yeah. So I don't know if you've been doing the death saving throws for those knights, but Ray is going to slam his staff down into the ground, and you're going to see these ethereal vines that start to wrap outwardly, and it sort of coats everyone. Like, you see these, and they don't hurt. They feel very protective and warm as he casts Aura of Life.
Sweet.
Life-preserving energy radiates from you in an aura of 30 foot until the spell ends. Blah, 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 blah. Resistance to necrotic damage. Hit points maximum cannot be reduced, and any non-hostile living creature regains 1 hit point if they're at 0.
Okay.
Which should include those cultists.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Rule of cool. Why not?
Wait, everyone gets that?
In the green.
If you fall,
that's sick.
when it's your turn, you'll pop back up.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
What's
So,
the plan?
and its hit point maximum can't be reduced. It doesn't restore it though, so it
No.
can't be reduced further. And in addition, a non-hostile living creature regains 1 hit point when it starts its turn. Okay. All right. So all these
Super
ethereal
cool.
vines begin sort of like, as if there were, there's like ethereal cracks that open up in the ground as if the vines have sprung forth from the ground that are sort of entangling themselves all about the various people within inside this aura. What do you look like as this is happening, Ray?
Me?
Yes.
I think I am probably starting to. I imagine that there's probably a green light that is running through me. I think you would see cracks start to open up on my skin that have that sort of like greenish glow about them. The same that the vines are. It looks like I'm probably turning into a tree, similar to the way Teriel did when he cast the plant growth. But it looks like it is cutting into my skin, and there's all these green lights and cracks going all over me.
Okay.
He's smart. I knew he would be.
And that's it for your turn, Ray.
That's my turn.
We don't see the aura.
Oh, I'm sorry.
It's okay.
I forget that
Yeah,
is
it's
the
all right.
thing I have
Thank
to
you.
turn on. Okay, there you go. After your turn, Ray, the demilich Iriolarthus gets to use a legendary action.
Super fun.
And you happen to be within range. I need you to make a wisdom saving throw, please.
Does he need to see him?
Yes.
I am within 10 of Teriel as well. So
Behind the ice wall.
He is... Let me just double check on Ice Wall real quick. I don't know if it does impede vision. Okay, why isn't that not working?
Sorry to be lawyery, but we're all gonna die.
Oh, I appreciate that thing. It's good.
A wall of ice, that's what I need.
I believe in us.
Does not say. So I'm going to roll for it. Shall we trust it to the orange die? Let's trust
Fuck
it to
yeah.
the orange die. Legendary orange die for the GM of Doom. All right. Odd cannot see through the wall. Even can. That's a natural 20 on the orange die, which in this case is bad for me. I would just like to point out, I haven't taken out the orange die in a long time. It was thirsty for blood, and it rolled a natural fucking 20 because I haven't rolled it in a long fucking time. And in this case, it's good for you. Oh, no.
Oh, wait, no.
No.
Yeah,
even
no,
was
it
bad
was
for you.
even
Fuck!
bad.
I can see.
It does want blood. And it has it. I'm so sorry.
But I rolled a 21. Is that good?
That is very good, Ray. That is a very good thing. Because if you did not succeed... you would have been cursed. And instead, you made this creature blow through several legendary actions.
Fucking right.
Sick.
Well done, Ray. What do you think happens? This, like, you see the symbols, like, swirling about this creature's head, and you see, like, you see them sort of coalesce, and there's, like, this abjuration rune or something that you think begin to swirl about. And then what do you think happens as you see it begin to focus on you?
I mean, I think I guess he would probably look at me with all these runes swirling about, starting to collect and move. And I think maybe since being here and learning some of the runes and the things, I think I've got a good idea and feeling for what he's trying to do. And for once, I reach down and I feel Sylvanas maybe coursing through me and just feeling nature move this shit, pushing outward to try and keep this from hitting me. So there's this natural force that is just shoving out from me while I'm holding this spell.
Ray, your eyes sort of turn green for just a moment as you feel this pulsing of life just making its way through your leather boots, through the ground, and empowering you for just a moment. And that's the moment that you need. Oof. The gargoyle. The two gargoyles, actually. This one is going to try to figure out where the lich went. And it does not, unfortunately. Ooh. It goes up this way. This one that is down here
That is, I think, not enough. That is not enough. This one gets lost as well. That blind in the beginning of the battle, Mortis, was so bad. It continues moving this way. Oh no. Okay. The gargoyles' turns are over. These guys that are holding the shield of faith are still up here. This guy's gonna move over here, still holding the shield of faith on you, Velen. We'll just use the sacred. Oh, the wall is in the way. Gonna have to do something else. It will summon forth a spiritual weapon. Right there. I'm just going to use this arrow marker because I have this up already and it's handy. All right, it's going to be right there. It cannot use the actual spiritual weapon on this turn. This one is going to do the same. Why not? Keep it simple. Mortis, it's your turn.
Alright, so it's now my turn, and I had something planned. And now it's hex on Dex, right?
You don't know that, but yes.
Thank you. I don't think that changes me anyway. I think I'm still doing this. Oh yeah, no, alright. I'm going to take out my wand and I will point it at the skull thing and fire. Yeah! Avada Wonder!
Oh no! Okay. Okay, D100, please.
Well, I don't see what the big deal is. Yeah,
You might in a moment.
I cast Stinking Cloud.
No, yes, you do. Holy shit. Okay.
I do. 20-foot radius sphere centered on the point within range.
No, Mortis! No! Oh no! Oh no!
Heavily obscured. The cloud lingers in the area for the duration. Each creature is completely within the cloud. As part of its turn, is make a Constitution saving throw again.
It's 20-foot radius?
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god. 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay.
Great.
We're gonna say it's there. Is that about right?
Goodness, dude.
Yeah, that's about right.
Okay. So, Periel, it's just out of range of you, but the cultists and Avarice, as well
Dude,
as
if she turns on us and kills us, I wouldn't blame her.
As well as the Susu and...
Hey, Ray's been telling me every episode, hey, you gonna use that wand? Hey, you gonna use that wand? Hey, you gonna use that wand?
Don't blame him. He put cool auras around people. You just been trying to kill us the whole time.
By the way, Mortis.
That's true. It was my fault, not the dice.
Mortis, take an inspiration there, by the way.
Thank you.
Let's see.
Oh, I already have it. Okay.
I'll take your inspiration for looking cool.
Okay, so each creature that is completely within the cloud at the start of its turn must make a Constitution saving throw against the poison. Okay.
Hey, good news and bad news, everyone. The good news is I'm a poisoner. The bad news is he's probably immune to poison.
Yeah.
Okay.
But the people around him isn't.
Yep. All right, then that's my turn.
Nissa, you come back to your senses with 1 HP.
What?
You are prone
What's
on the
happening?
ground.
Oh, God.
You feel like you've been drained, like something has happened to you. Your very essence has been sort of drained from you. Your
You're present. You're here. You're awake. There's no visible wounds on you besides any that you might have incurred before, but something just happened.
I like to imagine that one of those vines actually like almost went through her and lifted her back up onto her feet. She might be prone still, which is fine, but if she does get up, that's what it's gonna look like.
Yeah, I'm gonna use my movement to get up. I don't have any health potions or anything, and I don't have rage anymore. That would have gotten rid of it.
So half your movement to stand up, you said?
Yeah.
Okay.
Do we know if Moonbrook has a health potion on her?
Make a history check.
Okay. History.
16. I gotta search through her items real quick.
Sorry.
No, this is totally fine. No, she does not.
Okay.
It is unchecked.
I don't know what to do.
And you see a different sight now before you. There's this stinking cloud of smoke that is just barely in front of you. And you can hear Avarice and several of these knights sort of coughing. And there's this wall of ice and this giant hand that's there now. Everything's crazy in front of you.
And I don't know what these vines are gonna do, so I don't know that it's gonna wake her up.
You just see Moonbrook down by you. The Susu is there though. And Leoric is next to Moonbrook.
Hello.
Leoric,
Yes?
Moonbrook, what happened?
We are fighting. We're fighting a big thing. Big, scary thing.
I see that.
So, fight. Real thing, go fight.
I have no strength left.
All right, then run. Come on. You pick her up and run away.
Can I do that? Oh God.
You can.
I think I'll just stay and defend her. I don't think I can run with her.
You can mechanically. It's
can?
basically half speed.
The Susu's right there. I think I'm gonna assume the Susu would get us out of there if that was the intention. So I think I'm just gonna hold an action, and if something comes at Moonbrook, I'm gonna jump in front of it and try to swing my halberd if I can.
Okay.
But yeah, I'm just gonna bodily protect her. I think that's all I can do at this point.
Okay. So you're readying an action basically just to melee something if it gets near you and Moonbrook.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Avarice is in the stinking cloud and she's got to make a Constitution saving throw. Mortis is just fucking up Avarice so badly. This is all the worst shit you could do to this person.
Sorry, lady. Yeah, my plan is working.
Oh man. All right, so this is a con save.
Yeah.
And what's the DC? 15?
15.
I rolled a 2.
That's really bad.
Yes, yep. It's super bad.
Because she takes an extra 2d8.
Wait, is it at the beginning of the turn or the end of the turn?
There's no damage from Stinking Cloud. It's just poison.
Right. But I'm a poisoner.
Yeah, but you don't create damage where it doesn't exist, do you?
Oh no, it's only on my poisoned. Never mind. It's on my poisoned weapons. Yeah, we're fine. Whew.
So I'm sorry, the roll was at the beginning of the turn if you're in the cloud?
Yes.
Shit. Damn.
She's basically like, and she's sort of like just puking a little bit as she's moving, trying to get out of this freaking stinking cloud.
I'm gonna yell. I'm gonna yell. Come to me. Come to me. That's her choice.
She's looking around and she's gonna move here and okay, yeah, she moves there and looking at Eriolarthus, she's a little wobbly. You can see, like, you know, there's like some vomit still left on her clothing and her face as she's like spinning around a bit wildly, like, what is wrong with him? Is he a fool? And she's screaming about Mortis. And she will
Not that bad.
cast she's gonna go ahead and cast Scorching Ray at level 5 at Eriolarthus.
Please don't roll a 1.
And actually, she's gonna have to move. She's gonna have to move here, unfortunately, Ray. Sorry, because she's gonna have to be in line of sight. Okay, Scorching Ray at level 5 is going to be several rays. Let's see. 3rd level or higher. You create 1 additional ray. Okay, so 3, 4, 5, 6 rays, I believe. Yep, 6 Scorching Rays headed towards Eriolarthus. Okay, these are with disadvantage now, though, thanks to the poison. Just to double check your protection from evil and good.
It gives you advantage, I believe.
Yeah, it doesn't.
So it'll be normal for her.
Creatures of those types have disadvantage on attack rolls against the target. She doesn't gain advantage.
Oh, let's see. The target has advantage on a new saving throw against her. Okay.
Yeah.
Never mind. On effects.
Yep.
If she was affected. Never mind.
Okay. Disadvantaged. 6
that
Scorching
sucks.
Rays headed towards Eriolarthus. This would be so much more devastating if she wasn't poisoned. All right, here we go.
I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what to tell you.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Wow.
Is that 50%?
Okay. 1 hit, 2 hits, 2 hits.
Hey, it could have been worse.
It could have been better.
Yeah,
A lot
totally.
better.
It could have been a lot better. Yep.
It would have only been 3. I mean, it still would have been better, but
2 of the Scorching Rays sail past to connect with the demilich and deal some damage. Okay. That is it for. Oh no, the Bigby's hand will try and clench fist attack on this creature, and this is not Avarice. This is the Bigby's hand, which cannot be poisoned, so it will get to roll without disadvantage.
And I knew that.
Natural 1. I shit you not. The Bigby's hand is going to sort of like, you see like Avarice like sort of like throwing up a little bit more as she uses her bonus action to have the Bigby's hand try to attack, and it does, but unfortunately it's off kilter and it will hit the gargoyle instead. And let's see, this is gonna be pretty decent damage.
I have so many windows open. I'm sorry, guys. 48. Oof. A big smack of force damage connects with the gargoyle and does some pretty hefty damage. You see several bits of stone sort of fall off of the gargoyle from the hit. She says, "Damn it!" Cheppy, it's your turn.
Seeing that, Cheppy is just gonna yell out, "Everyone, get away from it so it can't heal itself again! It keeps getting better!" And then she's gonna hurl 2 Eldritch Blasts in at it. First one, 12.
That is a miss.
First one misses. She's gonna send another one in. 21.
That is a hit.
Nice. So it's 14 force damage, and where's that hex? Oops.
D6.
Oh, it's just a flat D6? Okay,
I believe
amazing.
so.
Ooh,
Very nice.
20 damage.
Very, very nice. Okay. Is that it for your turn, Cheppy?
I think she's gonna move 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, and be here on this side of the wall.
Okay.
And that's her turn.
Alrighty. Moonbrook is back up with 1 HP. Love? What happened?
I don't know. We were hurt. You...
Shit, man. What? I feel like I almost died.
I think we both did. I think we should try and move away. I don't know if I can fight. There's no rage left. There's no anything.
Come on, love. Take my hand.
Okay.
Moonbrook is going to stand up for half of her movement. And she will use her cunning action. And she will move and bring you with her for half her movement speed as she moves away. And she's got 15, and then a cunning action for another 30, which is 45, and then that's halved. So that's going to be 20. So we'll just round it down to 20. And she's going to move probably this way. Yeah, probably right there. Get to Ray with you. She's just going to pull you with her. Okay. That's just going to be it for her turn.
Good job, love.
Yeah, we'll see. Let's just hope we get out of this alive. And the cultists that are in your life aura, Ray, are back up with 1 HP. Oh. Talk about a good cast of Aura of Life, Ray. That was good shit. Okay. The cultists are back up, sort of looking around a bit strangely. And as they do, you can see the others that were killed earlier begin to turn to solid ice. Strangely enough, perhaps another mystery that you might unveil at some point. And these ones that are up here, they did not hear you yelling, Cheppy, so they're gonna run forward and probably just try and protect. They see this thing about to attack
And they're down on the ground, standing up. This one's going to rush forward and try and hit this thing with its scimitar. It's in the stinking cloud, however, and it started its turn there, so unfortunately not a lot it can do. Natural 1. This is going to be with disadvantage, as it is poisoned. Okay. Why did not roll with disadvantage? Oops. Let's try that again. 14 and a 9, both miss. The next one starts to stand up. It's gonna rush forward around the ice wall. It will get to there, and it will try and hit the skull. It succeeds on its poison saving throw, and we'll get to just roll normally. 9 is a miss, unfortunately. The next one gets up. This is a fail on its poison save. We'll get to there, and we'll try and attack. .22 is a hit. It brings the scimitar down and will strike, connecting into the skull. Small chip of bone flies away. Another cultist stands up and will move there. Fails its poison save and will have to make it with disadvantage. That is an 8. Unfortunately, the scimitar swings. Misses. These ones back here are going to get up. Or actually, they were here before. They're in the stinking cloud. This one fails. It will get the fuck out of the stinking cloud and stay by Avarice, protecting her. This one... it's a 15 Mortis to pass.
What was it? Yes. For Stinking Cloud, yes.
I lost the sheet. That is also a fail. Shit. Goes here. This one also fails. And we'll go here. And they are just protecting Avarice. They're hanging back here. Teriel.
Well, shit. I mean, I can't shoot my nice little lightning bolt because that'll hit everybody in there. So, man, ran out of options here. Sucks being the only support. Like,
He's not the only one.
Hey.
Aura support. Lyric, you don't have any spells.
Hey.
Fucking Mortis is the anti-support.
Ray literally has an aura right now, and it's been supporting this whole time.
I didn't mean it like that. You know what I mean?
No, I know what you mean.
Aura supports. I can't just go in and do paladin shit.
Just go in and do paladin shit.
I don't think you guys want to know what he was planning to do. Okay. Well, you said go in and do paladin shit. All right. Teriel's feeling kind of at wit's end. Literally. So at this point, he turns around to all his friends that he sees and says, "You're not going to agree with what I'm about to do, but all I ask for you is to take care of Cheppy." And he is going to Misty Step in right next to the Lich, and he's going to cast a Divinity of Nature's Wrath and try to ensnare it close to him, up to 10 feet. So he has to be right underneath it, I guess, if it's 10 feet up in the air.
Okay. Misty Step is your bonus action, and this is an action.
Yep.
All right. And this is a strength or dex save. Okay. And this is...
Oh, it's his choice. So.
Oh, yeah.
Don't forget he has disadvantage on dex.
If he chooses Dex.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Still going to choose dex. All right, Teriel, what is your save DC on your spell page?
15.
That is a success.
Well, he's tried everything.
Vines begin to grow up from the ground and ensnare the lich. Teriel, you start to smell the stinking cloud, but it does not affect you to the beginning of your next turn.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Iriel Larthus, the demilich, will now go. Hope I don't roll a 5 or 6. That is a 4. However, Teriel and the 2 knights to either side here, I need con saves. And you're giving them a +4 right now, right?
That's correct.
Yeah.
Is this thing casting a spell?
It is not a spell. It is a special ability.
Gotcha. Just making sure. That's a natural 1.
Oh boy.
It's nothing he can do. He has nothing.
Oh no. Oh no. Gotta roll for these knights. I think both of those 2 in the front were poisoned. So disadvantage. Okay, those are 3 fails. Oh boy. "21 necrotic damage is leached forth from you, Teriel, and the 2 of these knights. The knights fall to the ground."
Okay.
And that's from your total HP as well, Teriel.
Yep.
Make a note wherever you need to, so to remind yourself.
I just put it in the thing.
Well, just so you know what to add back if you, get it
yeah.
back.
Yeah, I got you.
Okay. That is it for its turn. Velen.
All right. Let's see. How am I gonna get over to line of sight? If I move over into this slot next to the cultist, I'm still blocked by the wall, right?
You are... I lost track of you. You are not. I would say it has partial cover.
Okay. And we're able to move through ally units, right?
Yes.
Okay, so I'm gonna move next to Avarice here.
Mm-hmm.
And that'll be my max movement. So from here I should be able to hit. Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and we're gonna try to cast Chill Touch again at the demilich.
Okay.
11 to hit.
Oh no, I'm sorry, Velen.
It's okay. It's fine. I'm useless.
I'm sorry.
That's my turn. That's my turn. Avarice, do something for the love of God, please.
I'm trying. If your friends would stop doing things to me.
Not that bad.
Leoric,
Leoric looks around as Velen says, Avarice, do something. He's going to change his face to look like Avarice for a moment, and he's going to scream over the ice wall, get back! Stop! Fall back to me! And he's going to try to command orders to the cultists as Avarice.
Interesting. Make a charm check.
So like
this would be like, I would say this would be like persuasion. Yeah.
Natural 20. Leoric is out of control today.
Leoric is flawless.
Okay. Yeah, you see the cultists sort of look very confused. Avarice says, what?
Winks over at Avarice as she's like heaving.
To me!
Okay. Ray, it is your turn.
Oh, then he's gonna move. He's gonna move to here.
So did the vines work? Is the thing ensnared at all?
This demilich creature does in fact look ensnared. Yes.
Okay. But nothing's coming off of, like, it's not being held by Teriel by the looks of it.
Teriel, would you say that you have like a hand up and you're sort of holding this creature with the vines? Like, is there some kind of
the vines are just coming from his body and it's just engulfing the creature and then pulling him down. Yeah. It's like he's trying to entighten his snare to bring it down to ground level.
In my mind, it's like helixing up there and grabbed it.
Okay. Yeah. So I can't move it. All right, cool. So I'm going to send Susu's probably already poisoned, which I guess I need to roll for that.
Well, Teriel, I'm so sorry. Your max hit points did not decrease. I got two abilities mixed up. Your max hit points go back up by that 21.
Oh.
Your current still went down.
Okay.
Not your max though. I apologize. He's got two different abilities. Sorry.
What was the save for the poison?
15.
No. What was the roll? The roll for it?
Dex Constitution.
For the
poison is
clown?
a con save. Yes.
Con save.
That is a fail.
Okay, that's fine. I'm sending him over there, and with the orders. Oh, which he would have flown up because there's an ice wall there. He can do that. Yep. Okay, he would have flown up and over the ice wall. He is pretty much sitting on Teriel with me yelling, you see anything about the herd Teriel, you move him. That's all he's saying. So the Susu is with Teriel right now, hanging on to him.
Okay. There's like two little spindly arms that look like they could break at any moment, just like
yep,
held on to you somehow, Teriel. Reassuringly.
Is moving here and is going to cast. Can I do this? Shit. I can't. Fuck.
Mm-hmm.
I'm out of spells.
Sucks having those big aura spells, don't it?
No, it's not that. I'm out of spells. I can't.
Oh, I thought it was a concentration. Anyway.
I was gonna try and. Oh, but I know. I don't have one of those vials, do I?
Did you eat a pear?
Yeah, it gives me fairy fire. I'm gonna yell at Mortis, I think.
Hold on, do you have fairy fire?
I could have it, but I can't do that and his aura at the same time.
Mortis is already fucking us. Don't throw us out.
So I'm just gonna yell out. I'm gonna say, if anyone has one of Mortis's potions, give it to Avarice, because we've seen the magic and what that does in the Lesser Restoration. So that's what he's screaming out.
Got it.
And
and I don't think anybody has any.
That he is going to cast Produce Flame at this motherfucker. So let's see. I think I can do that from my core page, right? Produce Flame. This is technically a 3d8. Is that a hit or a miss?
18 is a miss.
Fuck.
If it's ensnared, what What happened? I mean, is it ground level or?
No, it's still 10 feet up in the air.
Just in that area.
Yeah, it's just in that area. It's restrained, so it can't move.
So, is there any disadvantage or advantages we get, or disadvantages it gets if it's ensnared?
See how much.
Restrain just stops things from moving.
That's my turn.
Okay, the gargoyles. Still cannot fucking find what's going on.
Are they
First
blind?
one, yep.
Yeah.
Still?
Yep.
Oh, Jesus.
It was 10 minutes, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Do they get to make more saves?
No.
No?
No, no, they get to make saves after every...
Turn, isn't
After
it?
every
The
turn,
The
yeah.
end of every turn. Okay,
Yeah,
so
yeah,
I'm gonna
yeah.
roll for that. Okay, and the save is a 15.
Mm-hmm.
It's a con save.
Mm-hmm. What is it? Blindness? I rolled a 90. 30-foot radius, 15 con. Yep.
Yeah, this one saves at the end of its last turn. Then the other one also saves. Rolled the same roll.
Hey.
Okay, so it would not have gone that way last turn. Let's retcon that a little bit. The reason I'm doing that is because it might be kind of important.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's gonna go instead. We'll say it'll get to there. Okay, now this one that is up here. We've got a lot of units on the screen, so everybody on YouTube that normally craps their pants when something goes wrong, just chill out a little bit. All right. The gargoyle instead now sort of seeing what's going on. It's sort of like breaking apart as it's moving, and it still like moves forward and will fly up above the lich. And actually, what did it do? This thing is kind of fucked up. Cannot be poisoned. So it will... Yeah, it's probably gonna just try and fucking hit this thing. So a bite attack headed its way. This time a normal roll. Is a natural 1.
Bites itself.
It's not gonna
We're
get its
having-
claw attack. The other gargoyle over here
We're having a bad time.
on this turn is also going to fly up above the ice wall, and we'll try and hit it with its bite attack. You guys are having some bad luck today, man. It's not the day to have it either.
Yep. Tell me about it.
That's a miss, but it will still get its claw attack. A 22 is a hit
I'll hit.
for 4 slashing damage. Slight scratches form on the surface of the skull. And that is it for its turn. This guy over here will rush down this way. It's gonna move there, and I'm gonna say it's gonna. Okay, it's gonna go there, and really the only thing it can do is use its bonus action with Spiritual Weapon. That is a miss. The other one will basically continue moving down there as well, and will also use its Spiritual Weapon attack. I've got so many sheets open. 16 is a miss. These spiritual daggers that have formed in the air just miss. The demilich is just gently sort of weaving amongst the vines that are there. It can't quite escape, but it is able to move enough to avoid those attacks. Mortis.
Okay, so Mortis is going to, is gonna scream at Teriel, Teriel, what are you doing? Get out of there! And I'm going to hold up my wand, but I'm going to hip fire with my, I'm actually going to move Booger up. And I'm going to hold up my wand, and then I'm going to wait for Booger to get in range. And then I'm going to hip fire with no bolt. So I dry fire, and when I do, a ray of Tasha's caustic brew will fire out from Booger. And I hope that I moved him enough.
This is a line attack. You know that, right?
I do.
Okay.
And I'm going to move him here.
Okay. This will hit Bigby's hand. The cultist.
Yeah, I don't care. Great. And so, they should move. I'm trying to do what I do and kill things, and everyone keeps getting in the way. So, I'm going to do it. And that's going to be...
This is a deck save?
That's a deck save.
Okay, not a con one. Not a con, it's deck
That
save.
is a Constitution saving throw.
Okay, the reason I ask is because the demilich has disadvantage on dex, but it is con?
No, I've been saying dex this entire time. It's a dex saving throw.
Okay, because you just said con, but okay.
I don't think I did. Pretty sure I said dex.
Okay, it's a fail.
Alrighty.
And I need to roll for the Bigby's hand. Okay, and it's what's the saving throw? What's the DC?
DC is 14.
Oh no, that window went away. That is a fail for Bigby's hand.
Great.
And the cultist.
Nice.
Okay. Give me some. The damage happens on their turn. All right.
On their turn. They take 2d4.
Okay, let's go ahead. and
Wait, those were saving throws, right?
Yes, they were.
Did you put the +4 or no?
I did not. They're actually all saves now.
Thank God.
Hey.
Thank you for reminding.
I feel bad every time I do it.
I knew what I was
No,
doing.
you don't. That's
They're the best.
I can't remember everything. I've got fucking 800 tokens
I
to
know.
worry about right now.
It's
It was
just me. You know
calculated.
how
I knew
am.
it. I knew they'd be fine.
I think everyone believes you. Totally.
Uh-huh.
So much.
I'm still
Confidence.
holding a wand and pointing it at the direction just in
Yep.
case anyone, just so everyone's aware.
Okay. Nissa, it's your turn.
God. Okay. Hold on. I don't even have anything to throw. I don't think. Not close enough to do anything. Yeah, I don't think I have any hand axes left. Because those, I remember I ran out of. I'm gonna hold an action. If anything comes near us, I'm gonna attack it. But I don't have anything. I don't have range. My breath won't reach it. I have 1 hit point. I'm just screwed. Yeah, I'm just gonna hold an action. That's all I got.
You sure that's all you want to do?
What else can I possibly do?
Okay.
I have no idea.
You have your actions that you can potentially do. Those are the... I gave you guys a handout for that, remember? The action breakdown.
I mean, are we running?
Last chance.
Oh. I mean, like, I'm sorry, I'm not an expert in D&D. I have no idea what else I can do. It's either run
You can hold an
or...
action like you're doing, or you can dodge. You can try and hide if you'd like.
DM, am I allowed to offer a suggestion or no? Because I don't want to step on toes.
It's her choice.
Understood.
Yeah, of course. Please help me. Jesus.
I don't know
Just
barbarians
like
very
I'm
well.
going to help you. You can perform the help action. If you're close to someone, you can give them advantage on their attacks.
Okay. That makes sense. That I didn't even know. Well, I mean, I guess I'll just help Moonbrook because she has ranged attacks. Okay, so I'll do that. So whenever Moonbrook makes an attack, I'll help her with whatever.
Super cool.
Whatever.
Okay.
Thank you.
That's helpful for me because Leora can then be helping too. Thank you.
You hold her up so she can see.
Yeah.
Yes.
Perfect.
Please.
On your shoulders.
Thank you.
The poison, is that a con save at the end of the turn as well?
The poison is a con save. I gotta look it up. What is it, 36?
How long does that thing stay out?
rolled? My stinking cloud? Many more turns.
So it's only while you're in the cloud. Okay. Well, it was
Oh,
supposed
it's
to...
concentration. I could stop it at any point, can I?
Yes, absolutely.
All right, great. Well, I'm going to do that whenever I can. But also, the start of its turn makes the Constitution saving throw.
Okay, so I goofed on reading the spell myself. So it would be over now on Avarice, but she would not have gotten her previous turn because the way that it works is it basically cancels out your action if you fail. So that's the way we're going to handle that. So she had a turn where it fucked her up. Now it's over. Okay. Now it is Avarice's turn. She's going to move here as she wipes the vomit off of her face, and she holds up her staff again, and she will again cast Scorching Ray at 5th level. 6 Scorching Rays headed towards the demilich. Wish her luck. Bus is in the chat for Avarice. Okay. That should not be with disadvantage, but a 19 is a miss. 2 misses. 3 misses. 4 misses. 5 misses. No! Oh, no! Oh, no! Oh, fuck. Scorching Rays all miss as the demilich somehow dodges out of the way of all of them. That is unfortunate. Avarice says, "Damn it!" And that is going to be it for her turn. Chappie.
Okay. Cheppy is going to root around in her butt furs, and she's gonna pull out a health potion. Cheppy didn't know she had this in here, and she's gonna sprint over to Nissa. Her full movement, 35, landing here, and she's going to hand the health potion over to Nissa.
Grab it and like glug 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 immediately. Thank you.
Is this Mortis's?
No, I think it's just a regular healing potion. So yeah, unfortunately.
So what do I roll for that?
2d4 plus 2?
I think it's 2d4 plus 2. Let me just double check. Potion of healing. 2d4 plus 2, yes. Oof.
5.
5 HP is 5 HP.
Yeah.
Yeah. At least you
I
got
mean,
to sneeze away.
Yeah, that gives me 6 and something.
Okay.
Would that be my action for the turn to hand her the health pot?
Yeah.
All right. Jamie's gonna close her eyes.
Okay.
Thank you, Chevy.
All right. The demilich is going to use a legendary action. And it will use its energy drain. I'm gonna need
It's energy drink.
Yeah. Con saves from Teriel. And
Can it move? I had the Susu
it cannot
ready to pull him away.
it cannot move right now. It is currently restrained.
No.
I have a
Eric.
quick question, if I may.
Hmm?
So, and I mean, this is completely up to you, and I hate asking this, but I was very curious about restrain because I was like, man, it really sucks that this move just holds things down for movement and don't do anything. And it says that restrained creature speed becomes 0. It can't benefit from any bonus to his speed. Attack rolls against the creature have advantage.
Oh,
And
okay.
and the creature's attack rolls have disadvantage.
Very nice. So
That's
it's
why
not,
I
it is
sacrificed myself to.
Yeah. Absolutely. Always bring that stuff up. I'm not perfect. I fuck up rules. This shit happens.
Does that mean Avarice's would have been
So
an
that's really
advantage?
good because it wouldn't be an
Avarice.
advantage.
Avarice
yes,
would
maybe.
have gotten advantage. Yes. So let's roll. So the 24 would have been a hit from Avarice,
Fucking right. Okay.
which would have been
yeah.
6, and we need some more rolls. So I'm actually gonna roll those again, once for each of the others. And let's see what happens. Yeah, I'm not perfect. I'm looking between like fucking 8 different character
yeah,
sheets
no
and
problem.
shit. So
Cool,
you
A
know,
billion different tokens.
I'm technically new to learning as I go.
1, 2, 3, 4. So we need a 5th one. That would have been another hit. Okay, so one more hit for another 6. So that's good. 2 of those would have hit then. Okay. And I'm trying to remember. When did Teriel go?
Me?
Yeah. I'm
Oh,
trying
I'm
to
right
see.
in front of it.
Velen, roll your chill touch again.
All right. Probably still not fucking it, but we'll see.
You never know.
No.
That's a
Nope.
9.
+6.
My tears don't
Yeah.
fall.
Okay. Anybody else that we missed? The gargoyles? Yeah, let's roll for the gargoyles, other ones. So... Okay, that would have been another one of those hits. Okay, so that would have been that.
Did the hand get the go yet? I don't know. It's not on the sheet.
Yeah, you know what? Actually, the hand would have gone on Avarice's turn. Sorry, I know I'm missing a lot of stuff here, guys. There's so
no
many
problem.
dudes here. Okay, the hand gets to go, and that is...
And the ethereal swords.
That's
right?
a natural 20 from the Big B's hand.
Yeah, that's good.
And that is
Just don't hit
very,
me.
very good. Because that is 8d6 or 8d8?
Jesus.
8d8.
Holy
shit!
That's really good.
That's insanity.
It's so good, in fact, that the hand crushes the skull when it hits.
What the fuck?
It's a good thing you noticed that, chat and Teriel.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry I missed that. It was obviously very important because force damage was one of the only things that could really
Fuck this thing up.
solidly hurt this thing.
I don't hear no shit about Teriel sacrificing himself.
No, you're awesome, man. You're fucking, this is great.
Says
As
the awesome one.
the skull begins to crumple, you see the particles. There is this faint, ethereal skull that stays behind in the air. And it slowly begins to form into a humanoid creature. You still see this greenish tint, this hue to it. It looks as if there's just licks of green flame about it. A regal looking person wearing fine robes. Standing, looking around at the crumbled skull. It looks up with a sour disposition on its face towards you all. And disappears.
Did we kill it?
I think Teriel's still holding his hand up, gripping air, and he's like vomiting everywhere because he still hadn't turned that shit off. So yeah, he's just fucking and it drops to the ground.
Okay, and now I turn it off. Got him, finally.
You're out of combat.
Okay. Oh God. I run over to Moonbrook first, because she probably looks really wary, and I go ahead and I cast Cure Wounds on her. And
I imagine Moonbrook and Nissa both look very like withered, you know, like desiccated, like very, very dehydrated, like their skin is taut, you know, a bit stretched. It doesn't have that sort of, you know, elasticity, and Nissa's scales are probably quite a bit dull. You know, her scales shine quite a bit. She's a silver dragonborn, and they're significantly duller than you would normally expect.
Okay. Yeah, and I think Ray would see this, and he's so exhausted, but he's gonna touch Moonbrook, and I'm gonna cast this at level 2 only because I've got the Susu out, and it'd be the same as a level 1 plus his ability. So she gets 16. Oh God. No. Is that right?
Yes.
All right. So she gets
All right.
She gets 16.
You cast it at a higher level. That's 6 is the higher level.
Okay. And then
This was towards Moonbrook, you said.
yeah, it's towards Moonbrook. And then I do the same thing for Nissa. And it's the same. I'll cast it the same. So there it goes. She gets 7. So
How many
not as
spells
much,
do you
but
have?
Thank you, Ray.
Ray probably drops to the ground at this point. The aura goes away, and he is sweating profusely. He's so fucking exhausted. He's just sitting there panting.
That was amazing. You all did so well.
That was a catastrophe. What are you talking about? We almost all died. Who is this bumbling incompetent that you have with you?
You need to stop. You're right. We are all gonna die. If he knew we came here and attuned to this, she's coming back. We need to hide. We are way too hurt for this.
Teriel
We
looks
need
up
to not be
and
here.
looks at who's next? Where's Chappie at? Oh, looks
She's
at
right in
Ray
the
and
middle.
stares at Ray, and mouths like, cover her mouth.
Ray
Ray's
does
exhausted.
that, Like, I think, because
just like-
Ray is almost always looking to Teriel for, so if she's like, Ray goes, as you're going, she's going,
Give me a sleight of hand, Ray.
Sure, absolutely.
Yeah, because
A slap of hand.
Oh no, this is gonna be really bad. If
Cheppy.
you don't roll well.
Cheppy, give me a dexterity check. Yeah, just a check, not a saving throw. So to the left, just roll the ability. Okay. Yeah, you start to get the words out, and Ray just.
Oh, thank God.
Oh God! I think you're still. Oh yeah, you look really bad still. Okay, hold on, because I think I hear her start saying the words before she projects. And yeah, let's sit down. Let's sit down. I need to look you over. Hold on, I got some herbs for you, and I'm just holding her mouth.
And
What was that, Cheppy? What
Avarice
you were gonna
says,
say?
I do not know if we can make it through the caves of hunger now. We must reconsider our options. If
Yes, but we need to do so in a calm fashion, Avarice. Breathe.
I've lost nearly all of my men.
We shall see about
I did what I
that.
could. I'm sorry I couldn't move forward too much.
I also did what I could.
They're encased in
Great, Ray.
ice now?
6 of them.
Is that what I'm seeing?
you see that they look like they are made of ice.
So this one sucks.
How long has it been, by the way? We've been up for a long time, but I don't know how. Since we last rested, like long rested.
It's getting close. You probably
Yeah.
only have an hour or two left.
I'm gonna walk up to one of the cultists and I'm gonna try and see if remove curse would work.
On one of the ice
One of the ice
sculpture
cultists, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, interesting. Let me just look really quick.
Okay.
Velen seems to do nothing. But all of the cultists, these knights, have all the ones that have died have turned to ice.
I need to rest.
We need to get to some place where no one can see us. We cannot stay by this Mythyllar.
Oh, the tower. Let's go to the tower again.
Oh, into the tower? Which one?
Well, there's going to
The
be
floating
also
one.
there's probably all sorts of. Oh, you mean the station?
where we stayed last
Hey.
time.
I just need 10 minutes, please. And Teriel's just gonna kneel down. He's
Always within 10 minutes.
No, Teriel, I think we do need to wait until we get into a building. I'm so sorry, but we can't stay out in the open like this.
I try to help him get up. Come on,
We know our
just a little bit
destination. Let's
further.
go. Come.
Just a little
bit
more.
further.
We can do it.
Do you allow them to move you, Teriel?
I'm gonna say no. I think all the weight of his armor and everything just kind of weighs down. And he just hits the ground.
Even I
And
can.
he is not doing well. And
Ray?
with his last, Ray can come over.
Ray is going to try and help him up a little bit, and he's going to put him onto his back.
He grabs your hand and looks at you and whispers to you in Elvish.
Yeah.
I have to complete a duty before we move from here. And he's going to nod and just kind of kneel over, and he's going to slump, and he's going to try to cast Control Weather for 10 minutes while everybody's moving into the tower. But no one else knows this, but hopefully Ray gets it.
Before he does that, I do have you over my shoulders, which is probably really awkward how small I am. And the Susu is going to disappear, and I'm going to cast Wild Shape, and I'm going to turn into an Axebeak, and you're just going to sort of grow with me, so you're on my back as an Axebeak. So you can just do what you need to do. I got you.
Teriel, do me a favor. Roll me a flat d20.
They're incredibly powerful. I say
Evan?
to the X-Beak.
Okay. Teriel stays on, Ray's back, and it's up to you what you want to do there. But you all see this. Ray has sort of grown into an axe beak, and Teriel is sitting upon him.
I'm staying in place and as still as, like, almost impossibly still. Very concerned about what he's doing.
Yeah. Okay. And he'll just be like, you don't have to do this.
Oh, yeah.
And then he'll just fade. And yeah, he's gonna lay there as long as he can. And hopefully Ray will understand.
He would trust. He would just sit there.
Okay. Is anyone else doing anything?
So, do they have to stay still, or can Ray move with him while he does this?
This is a spell casting that takes 10 minutes. They must concentrate on the spell. They cannot leave the area of the Mythyllar. They must stay within 30 feet of it. This is something that they have communicated to the group. And they understand because they are attuned to this Mythyllar.
I would just grab my halberd and kind of use it to hold myself up and just be like, I guess we wait.
Also, I don't know if Nissa knows or Cheppy knows. I mean, I know they know, but I don't know if the actors know. Well, Cheppy wouldn't know this, actually, but Nissa would. Avarice doesn't know. She thinks that only Ray is attuned. She doesn't know that more than one person can attune. So, I just want to...
Oh, that's
You
right. I
held
was
back-
able to...
held back a little bit of info. Yep.
Yeah. So...
Yeah, I mean, I
get-
look
yeah.
half dead anyway, so I'm just standing there. I look like I'm holding on to my halberd to stand up, but just say, we wait.
All right, we should probably think about our new plan now that we don't have the numbers to go close the door, Cave of Hunger.
What? I do not understand why you are staying here now. We have lost many of our people, many of my people. We must get to someplace safe and figure out a new plan.
We will.
Right, that's what I'm thinking as well.
If we do not get to the entrance of the caves, then Aurel will most likely return any moment now.
Why don't we all go? Every one of us, we all go. We could take on the Lich, we could take them all.
We
We
need
all
to
go
go
close the
now,
door,
we
we come
cannot-
back.
Take on
We need
anything.
rest.
Yes.
Yes, I know that. After we
Velin,
rest.
can you make your hut? Velin, are you able to make your hut here and we can hide inside?
It can only fit a few of us. It's a tiny little thing. We start migrating some of the men to somewhere where we can rest. And we communicate this.
By the way, Teriel and Ray take inspiration.
Nice.
And don't forget to use
Thank
it.
you.
I never
If
do.
Teriel is unable to move for now and needs a couple of minutes, that is fine. But we want to be on the move, yes, Everest?
Can we?
So why don't we start migrating what we have left? Somewhere safe. We were talking about the station, yes?
You know of someplace safe in this city?
Relatively, yes.
Then I think we should go there.
All right.
Staying here is foolhardy.
Yes, but
Could
he needs a
we-
couple of moments.
Do I
Could
have
we
the
cast
conversation?
the hut while he takes his moments, just for him and Ray?
It would be an absolute waste to cast it if we're going to be migrating and we have so many people anyway.
I have an odd question, and I don't know how this would work, considering the nature of the spell, since Ray is an axe speak right now. But I am attuned. If Teriel is casting this spell, and I would understand the boundaries of the spell as well since I am attuned. Could I do it as well? I mean, I know usually I can't do this as a bird, but I don't know for this spell specifically.
It would be the same spell rules that you have. If you can't cast spells when you're in your wild shape, then you can't cast spells.
Understood. Yep.
Related to the Mythyllar as well, especially from the Mythyllar. Because it's so powerful, you absolutely need to concentrate on these things. When you failed your constitution check, your concentration check last time, you know, you weren't able to control the power that you put in, and the whole city shook violently.
Yeah. Okay.
All right. Which way was the station? Does anyone exactly remember so we can start migrating what we have left over?
Moonbrook sort of points. Yeah, it was that way, man.
All right. Oh, those of us that are leaving, are we ready to go? We know where he's going to
We're
be.
just leaving them here?
We can leave a few here. They know where we're going, and we can migrate back for those of us who want to make sure, but we have to lure.
I will leave my
Avarice.
gargoyles here.
Right.
She looks
Ray bows
probably like a
slowly.
bit. She looks like a bit wistfully towards them, Velen. You can see one of them is like crumpled a little bit, like it's crumbling, like little, like any time it moves, there's little like little bits of stone that just kind of crumble away.
Felon would bite her cheek and nod at Avarice.
I
To the
think
station, then?
Chubby would look at Valen and shake her head and kind of look over at Teriel and Ray, and she's gonna walk over and she's just gonna kind of like look up and shake her head a little bit, and she's going to take Frog from the top of her head and she's gonna pass him up to Teriel.
Now you really can't let anything happen to you because you're in possession of Frog. You have to make sure he stays safe forever. I'm not going to stop you from what you're doing, but I also won't forgive you for sacrificing yourself.
And she's gonna turn away and walk towards the group. And if they notice, her eyes kind of flick forward and they look like little frog's eyes.
And we gave Leoric the codicil
I believe
last
so.
episode.
I believe so.
I think so.
Okay.
Yeah, you were preparing to leave.
All right, and I have also an owl on my shoulder. So everybody who's imagined that entire fight, go back and reimagine it with Leoric with an owl on his shoulder. Okay, I will. I think as like everyone starts moving, I think I will be like, we have to close it. I could just go and close it.
Alone?
Of course. I change my face to look like Avarice. I then change my face to look like Velen. I then change my face to look like Ray. I could do whatever. I change my face to look like a cultist. I could sneak around. It's not so hard. I just need to be quiet. But we need to do this soon. I don't need to rest. I have nothing to rest for. Well, except for when I'm tired. But I could keep going. I'm ready. And if you all are tired and need to rest, then
I trust
now's the
him.
time.
Leoric, this is it's the perfect job for you. You came here to do this, and I trusted you when I first met you, but I trust you now. If you think that's the best, then maybe we can get Oriel's attention.
Okay.
Should be too focused on Teriel and Ray staying over there than focusing on us.
I mean, it'll take me
Or
hours, if not
Leoric.
days, to get to the entrance, but someone has to start moving now.
Okay, do it. Just please be careful. We just got you back.
Of course.
Do you even know how to do it? What must
No,
you
I
do
mean,
with this book?
It's an incantation.
Read this book. Can I open it? And I have it, like, in my hand. You look at it.
You open the book, and you can see the book has some ermine fur, a white ermine fur.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, and it is. Just double check here.
Mm-hmm.
The
Here it is, the codicil.
Yes, the book itself, it's leather bound, and it has these like little tails almost growing from the small silver skull on it with a clasp. It's thin and long, and it has this incantation written amongst the pages. And yeah, Leoric, you think you can probably use this?
All right. I will go. I will be back.
Avarice looks at you and looks at the book. Fine.
All right. With a deep bow, Leoric turns, and when he comes back up, he's already turned and walked away.
Don't die.
They'll have to try harder than what they have so far.
Ray makes hard noises.
See Leoric rush off. You move fast, Leoric?
Relatively, I think.
Just are you walking or are you running?
A brisk walk to the, I think, to the entrance of this entire city, and then he will probably start to be a little bit more cautious.
All right. So I'll see Leoric rush off. What are you all doing?
Pretending to be a statue.
Two gargoyles are here with Ray and Teriel. What about the rest of you?
Start helping the cultists get to their feet. If any of them seem like they're struggling.
I think Moonbrook and I would just help each other stumble along.
I think Chucky would definitely help Valen as well.
The moment you see any sign of danger, you grab Teriel and you put him on your back. And you run to us. You understand?
Just nods.
Very good. All right. Are we ready to make our way to the station then?
Yes. Yes.
Start leading them.
You begin to head away back to the spire where you have been resting. Leoric, you continue your journey towards the path of ice. Teriel and Ray left behind. 10 minutes pass. Teriel, you begin to feel this warmth growing inside you. It is emanating from your heart. It begins to spread across your chest and your body. Explain what happens as you cast the control weather spell.
I believe Teriel is in his mind, and he's transported back to that dark room where he was before when he broke his oath and was trying to come back from that. And he's not afraid this time because he feels the warmth, and what he sees in front of him are 3 unwicked candles, and 1 candle lights. And he says, like, for duty. And he can feel the glows come around him, but it's not fully there yet. And he says, still more duty left. I'm gonna fulfill this so we can actually talk for now. And he just goes deeper into concentration. The room expands, the darkness gets even bigger, but the light is shining as bright as it was if he was standing right in front of it, waiting for the other candles to light.
You feel Ray sort of bristling about you in his axe beak form. Ray can feel the warmth spreading from Teriel. It begins to emanate out from the Mythyllar. You can feel things changing at your core. You know that this Mythyllar is one of the most powerful artifacts in this world. And you begin to feel warmth spread throughout Yithrin. You can see maybe ice dripping a little bit more than it might have before. You can see Teriel have a slight glow about him. There is one of the cascading bits of energy that wraps around the Mythyllar. It begins to wrap around Teriel. And you know that this is working. Both of you. And as this happens, you hear Teriel muttering something. And you know that he's casting this spell again.
Yeah, I think he just say it in Elven again, Elvish. And he'll dig deeper inside, and he's trying to block out everything that's happening outside and just becoming one with the artifact.
Teriel, roll me a flat d20 again, please.
Okay. $15.
All the rest of you, it's not instantaneous, but as you're walking, making your way up the spire to rest, it's a few degrees warmer, maybe 1 or 2 degrees warmer, but you can all kind of feel this happening. Something is changing. Something good. And you all make it to the top of the spire, and you begin to make your preparations to rest. Another 10 minutes pass, Teriel, and you feel another level of the spell succeed. A pulse of energy, stronger this time, is overcoming you. You can feel and see Ray, probably more of these tendrils of energy wrapping around from the Mythyllar and encompassing Teriel. Teriel, it's getting harder to concentrate. It's getting to be to the point where it's almost like your hands are burning, like your hands are touching the Mythyllar, like you have grasped this thing to harness its power as best as you can, and unconsciously you realize your hands are raised up, pointing towards the Mythyllar.
I think at this point, Teriel's just like, Ray, help me. And he just starts to feel the burning. He's just like, in his head, it's like, this is not like before. His body's shaking, his bones are rattling. He sees the light come on the second candle. It's just like, we started off different, but we are both going to fulfill our destiny. And he's just going to keep asking Ray and Elvish to help him. It's very slight, though. He thinks he's speaking out, but I guess it's like a whisper.
Ray is going to slowly transform out of the axe-beak shape at Teriel's request, seeing all this happening.
In the distance, Ray, you can see large chunks of ice falling from the ceiling, disconnecting and crumpling and falling. Huge chunks of ice falling in the distance. Bits of ice crumpling off of walls.
And he's going to transform. He's going to try so very hard to control himself as he's transforming so that Teriel gets put down as gently as he can. And once he is transformed back into Ray with him doing this, I think he's going to sit in front of Teriel as Teriel faces towards the Mythyllar. And he's going to put his hands out onto his chest. And he's going to dig as deep as he can. I don't know how much he's got in him right now, but he's trying to push all the energy he has left in him into Teriel to try and bolster him. Any magical knowledge he has, anything, he's digging deep. He's trying to feel nature and push it into Teriel to hold him up.
Make an Arcana check, Ray.
5.
You don't know how to help him. He's too focused right now. Too much of the energy from the Mythyllar has begun to wrap around him. When you try to help him, Ray, your hands are burned.
I think Teriel will look down at Ray. His eyes have become pure light, and he's just like, it's okay. He'll just say, take care of them. Go back. This is my duty. And if I have to roll again, I'm definitely going to use inspiration.
Ray is going to say no to that. And he's going to stand up, and he doesn't know what else he can do, so he's just going to hold his hands up. He's going to hold on to Teriel. Maybe take the burden of his own muscles as his arms are up.
Ray,
Anything
roll
he
a
can do.
d6 for me.
Sure. 4.
Okay. Your hands begin to burn as you hold on to Teriel, and you take 4 fire damage.
All right.
You hold
And I'll
on
just
to
keep
him.
holding.
Leoric. Please roll me a flat d20.
All right. I'm on the wrong computer. All right, perfect. $15. Oh, wait. You all have it?
I do have it. You rolled to me instead of to the group.
Oh, okay.
Okay. 15. I will say that you're all very lucky that you rolled higher than a 10 on all 3 of those rolls. Extremely, extremely lucky. Teriel. The last 10 minutes pass. And the third casting of Control Weather goes off. Cheppy, in your mind you hear, finally, warmth, seasons, they will return. Teriel.
He's done it.
You hear and you feel as if a hand is on your shoulder. You have done as I have asked, but your journey is not over. You have brought warmth to Icewind Dale.
then I can finally stand at your side as one of your knights.
I am not the only one you must care for, Ariel.
Right. You taught me that. I'll take care of him. I need something in return. I completed my duty. I am completely wiped out. I need something to bolster myself to be able to do so. Everything is burning around me and I'm consumed.
Make a persuasion check, Teriel.
Inspiration?
Okay, with advantage.
Whew. 20.
You have done as I have asked. So I shall grant you a boon.
Thank you. And the task shall be
Let the
completed.
light shine through you of the morning, of the day. Teriel, arise, champion of the morning, Lord.
Teriel, as this voice reverberates through your head, you feel yourself standing up. Your armor is glowing with light. The light of the day. At first, you think it might blind you. It is brilliant. And now, you feel forever changed.
He just takes a deep breath and then looks around and he just kind of basks in warmth. All the doubts he's ever had for himself, his family, his family name, his house is all washed away, and all he can feel is warmth and light, and he feels almost like he's aged a bit, and matured, and he feels knowledgeable, and finally he can say that he's content with himself, and the path is clear.
Your sword is glowing, Teriel.
What?
As you pull it forth from its sheath, you see light dancing along its edge.
My champion.
And that is where we will end today's episode.
That was sweet.
That's so sick.
I love that.
Can we just talk about how incredibly cool everybody was and how incredibly cool the music was?
That music was
Holy
awesome.
You could feel it.
wow.
Saving that one
That was
for
awesome.
a long time.
Yeah,
It was
Very
good.
good.
So perfect.
I was like, I have to cast this now. There's no other way we're gonna get a chance to do it. Like, if we have to fight this fucking god, I'd rather do it in some nice summer weather.
Summer weather. It's probably a good idea.
True.
Do you want to know what those 3 rolls were for?
Yes.
Too bad. You'll find out maybe after.
Yeah, exactly what I wanted, bitch.
Get wrecked, nerds.
David.
Well done. Well done. You brought warmth back to Icewind Dale, but
The York's
Still
on the
not
ice
done.
bridge.
we are still not done here, folks.
Leoric's giving Orioles shit and like he's like been a pawn the whole time.
You have also reached level 11. Congratulations.
Oh my god.
Hey.
Congratulations,
Leoric's level
everybody. We're gonna go around the room. We're gonna do some shout outs to wrap things up. Thank you so much, everybody, for being here. As always, chat, much appreciated. Thank you so much. Make sure you're following us here on Table Story on Twitch, Table Story on YouTube, at A Table Story on Twitter, and come hang out on our Discord, tablestory.tv/Discord. If you want to check out a way to help support Table Story, one of the best ways you can do that is check out our Patreon, tablestory.tv/pledge. It helps keep the lights on. Thank you so much, everybody, for being here. Let's go around the room. Let's do some shout outs. Why don't we start with Technique today?
Oh, hi. I'm Tech/Frank. Man, this was gonna go a whole different way than Terrell thought. Because I was like, when Proxy was like, just do Paladin shit, I was like, oh well. So it was a leap of faith, because if that would have not happened, yeah, he probably would have died.
It worked.
First of all, I'd like to thank Smartest for making my life a living hell, and I would like to thank everyone at Table Story. This has been awesome. Sucks that it's coming to an end. I get really, really sad to think about it. I love the cast. I love the GMing, everything has been great. This is actually my first 5e D&D game.
Hell yeah, welcome to it.
Enough. The only game I played before that was Pathfinder, and that is a whole thing I don't understand. So thanks for having me. You can follow me on Twitch at Technique with no U, no E, just a Q, and Twitter is Technique TV with the T and the V after the Q. And yeah, hopefully see you guys on more shows.
Technique's not coming back, everybody. This is Technique's last episode, so.
Oh yeah, I was like, I just thought about my head. I was like, yeah, I'm gonna go. Champion of Mornlord don't need to be around this place.
Yeah, he's taking you home.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, buddy.
Race to hold on.
Faye.
Hi, I'm Phelan. I played Velen today in like a bunch of the other episodes and stuff. Yep, I'm a voice actor for video games and stuff. I role play a lot. I'm on Kingmakers on Tuesdays on Table Story, which is absolutely phenomenal as well. Table Story just has so many goddamn amazing GMs. It's incredible. Yeah, you can find me if you want at twitch.tv/Phelan and twitter.com/Phelan. That's it. That's me. That's all it. Yep.
Well said. Thank you so much, Faye. Aaron.
Hi, everybody. My name is Aaron. Yeah, this was a really interesting episode. Had a lot of fun. Thought we were going to die. That was fun.
Mm-hmm. It was super close. And I was going to feel really fucking terrible.
Mm-hmm. I would have been,
I also would have felt that too.
Anyway, I'm a writer. I wrote a book called Firewall Down, which the New York Times called mediocre at best. And if you want to read that, you can go.
Shut up! No, they didn't.
No, it's amazing.
You can go to Twitter at Aaron B. Writes, and there's information. You can click on links and stuff like that. But yeah, I had a great time today. I'm really happy specifically, and everyone did a great job. But Frank, this was a really lovely. And if you watch that character through this fucking show, getting to this point
from the beginning.
Yeah, I mean, when he getting to this point where he held to that, I guess, this new oath, and he completed something huge. It's a hard ass character, like arc to deal with. So I just, well done getting to this point.
The best thing about it is that, like, Ray was there, because they were bump heads in the beginning. Well, he would bump heads.
Yeah, but no,
yeah. So it was really good. Really
and then there was the gnome ladies, but we don't talk about that too much.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we do have a lot of memories, don't we?
There was bumping.
Well, yeah, but some
Ray handled too. I mean, yeah.
It only took breaking an oath to get to this one.
Yeah. Oh, I broke an oath. Ray broke 2 old gnomes. I'm done.
Whoa!
Thank you, Aaron. Make
and
sure
now
you follow.
Teriel's pregnant.
Make sure you follow Aaron B. Writes on Twitter. Thank you so much, buddy. Myth.
Hi everybody. I'm Mythymatic or Cord. I played Leoric and Mortis. Wow, that was fun. I really got to see that wand. That wand could have ended the fight at any time, so I was really having fun to just see if I can get there. It did, and not the way I wanted to. It was pretty cool. It's always, I like to have a little bit of chaos. It's nice to, make it a little harder for everybody, because sometimes it's just too easy. But that was me playing Mortis. Also, Leoric was a lot of fun, trying to figure out what the hell he can do on the battlefield right now, and that's exciting. But yeah, and if you want to check me out and what I do, I just released a movie in the Red Dead Redemption, the Wild RP server, on my YouTube. It's the Barman movie.
Fucking great!
Thank you. It's pinned on my Twitter, so you can go to twitter.com/mythymatic and see it there, and the YouTube link is there, and blah, blah, blah. Watch it, enjoy it, comment, like it, subscribe, all that stuff. I also stream on Twitch. I am a role player, storyteller, voice actor. My email is around if you ever want me in anything. But thank you so much for having me. I can't wait to play again next week and see what happens with Leoric, and also what the hell is going to happen with that wand, because I'm going to use that so much. I'm so excited. And that's it. Thank you.
Everyone else is terrified.
Yeah.
Proxy.
Hello, my name is Proxy. I play Cheppy here on Table Story. I also do leather crafting Monday to all the time. I am working with leather and doing classes and going to markets, and you guys can kind of see a little bit into the life of running a business if you come check me out on Twitch, because I stream it all. And then, yeah, I do D&D on Fridays. It's my favorite game of all. D&D is amazing, and it's great playing with the cast, and I hope you guys enjoy.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Make sure you're following Proxy. Tess.
Gosh, hi, I'm still noob after a year and how many months? I gave myself an easy character in D&D because I was like, it's gonna be really hard to figure out all the complexities of another character, but then I get stuck sometimes. And yeah, but it's been the most incredible joy to just be a part of this. Everybody on it obviously is so amazing, and the music and the scenes and just all of the different cool stuff that WAC makes happen. It's just amazing. So I just feel very lucky to have been a part of it, and I know it's not over yet, but we're close. It's gonna be really weird not having this on Fridays. But yeah. Thank you for watching. I stream on my channel. I'm probably gonna be streaming a little bit more in the near future. I normally stream Saturdays, but now I'm doing Saturdays and Sundays, and I'm gonna be doing at least 2 days a week, maybe 3 days a week again in the near future. Evenings, and I stream looter shooters and Souls likes and Beat Saber. Lots of Beat Saber lately. Yeah, that's me.
Thank you so much, Tess. I'm Wax Steven. I've been your DM of Doom. I've dragged the players kicking and screaming through the adventure today. Thank you so much, everybody, for being here. As always, chat, much appreciated. Thank you so much. Much love. Thank you so much to my wonderful players. Thank you, Aaron. Thank you, Myth. Thank you, Tess. Thank you, Faye. Thank you, Tech. Thank you, Proxy, for being awesome role players. I appreciate you. I wish we missed you today. I don't know how many more episodes are left. It's not too many. It's not too many. You performed a big deal today. There were two big things that happened. Demilich lost. You won. And 3 casts of the Control Weather spell. And you succeeded on those D20 rolls that I had 3 different rolls made, and those were extremely important. And I did not try to play them up. Yeah, interesting. So weird, cool, huh?
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, weird. Okay. Yeah,
who did you have? You had us 3, Ray.
No, I had Teriel roll twice and Leor roll once. Yeah.
What? All right.
Yeah, strange. Weird. Very weird.
Can't wait to figure that out.
Oh boy.
Yeah, it was super important, and you succeeded on all 3. So congrats on that. And
thank you. I couldn't have done it without you.
Yeah. I'm going to know how many episodes are left after next episode. And we'll see.
Shit.
But it's not too many. So well done, everybody. And hopefully we'll see you next time. We have Kingmakers on Tuesday. You need to watch that show. It's amazing. Everybody on that show is fantastic, and PB's doing an incredible job. Go watch it.
It's amazing.
It's fantastic. Wednesdays, we've got Spellwind. We'll be returning this week. Hopefully we'll see you there. Thank you so much, everybody. If you want to watch some of the things that I do, you can check out my channel. I'm in the process of designing my own TTRPG. Come check that out. Thank you so much. Peace out. Have a wonderful rest of your weekend. Bye-bye.